This is our third episode on our series on chronic pain and general pain. The reason I'm doing this series is because when we're in pain, all we want to do is run away from it. So you might be having a treatment plan, you might be having some acupuncture, or you might be on anti-inflammatories. It really depends on what's going on, if it's fibromyalgia or arthritis. But no matter what the pain is, there is a pathway to be able to experience pain differently. Experience pain in a way that you can do things, your mind isn't struggling, you're not full of anxiety. So what I'd like to show you today is a practice where we can use a few simple movements using the breath, because the breath is the one fantastic tool that really releases all the muscles in your body and also calms your mind and changes something in the brain where your pain receptors lessen and reduce, so they're not continuing to fire so much. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was Ayurvedic oils. So if you want to look up Ayurveda, it's an ancient health for health and longevity from India. And there's some beautiful, if you heat or warm oils that you can apply through your whole body. You leave it on for 10 minutes and maybe do the movements I'm giving you today, and then you wash it off. But it just really starts to heal the body from pain, because sometimes the medical profession can't tell exactly why the pain is continuing. But any of these practices you can just do for short-term pain. Maybe if you've got a sore back or sore knees, sore neck and shoulders. So you can do it for that as well. I've set up this practice on the ground, but of course you can also do it on your bed if you can't get to the floor. And if you need to do something different, like you prefer the practice standing or sitting, that's also optional, but you can contact us if you need some help with that. So the first part of the practice, we're just lying still with the knees bent. And we're just going to rub our hands together in between the fingers, heating up the hands, which is really lovely to do on those cold mornings. And then we're going to nourish the eyes and put the heels of the palms onto your eyes softly. We start the practice like this. And then you're going to link in with your breath, taking the breath down towards the belly, inflating the lungs. And then exhale, deflating the lungs. And you'll continue to do that lovely deep breath for 8 repetitions. Then following that, just place the hands onto the chest, knees bent, so your pelvis is nice and comfy, hands onto the chest. And then from here, you're just simply going to inhale, arms out, and then exhale, come back. And again, inhale, arms out. Exhale, come back. Now, if you can't open your arms that far, maybe you've got neck and shoulder issues, just take them up a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we really want to get the breath moving, because the breath is the healer that moves prana, life force, through our body. So you can do that up to 6 times. Then we're going to take the arms out. Your shoulders are nice and warm, and take the arms out to the side. From here, your foot is going to come off the floor. You're going to breathe in and just stretch the leg down. You can rest the leg on the floor or take it up. But we want to stretch out the side of the body. And then exhale. You can either come to here or you can come to here. And And again, breathing in. Give your leg a nice stretch. You might only come to here, and that's absolutely fine. Exhale, come back. And again, inhale. So you want to keep moving even though we are in pain, but just don't do things that are going to make the pain worse. You might just rest the leg there and take a few deep breaths, just imagining the breath travelling all the way down on inhale and all the way up on exhalation. And then, of course, we're going to repeat the other side. So starting with the foot on the floor or the foot off. Inhale. You might want to rest it on the ground. Exhale, just pick it up a little bit. Just keeping your hips nice and mobile and healthy. And starting to move that beautiful prana through the body, our life force. Inhale, foot on the ground or off, and then exhale, come back. So 4 or 5 times on each side. Now what we're going to do is roll over to the side. And have a blanket or a towel, or you could use a pillow underneath your head for support. So you'll definitely need support with this one. And then take a pillow or a bolster in front of you. Your underneath leg stretches out, so you're onto that hip. So if you are sore, you need to do this on a bed. And then you're putting the top leg over the bolster or the pillow. And then one hand rests. So this arm is in line with your shoulder and you rest the head down. You might need to fold the blanket or the towel one more time if you feel that your head's dropping. Now from here we're going to take the arm out to the side and just rest the arm over the hip. Breathing in, we're going to take the arm up. Now you might just get to here and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as the shoulder and the body starts to warm up, you can go a little bit further. Breathe in. Or even further. So you're getting this beautiful opening right down through the side of the body, and then exhale. Now if that's too much for your shoulder, you can place your hand here, still opening up the side of the body like this. You're still getting all that beautiful oxygen through all your organs. Then once you've done that side, roll over and then do the other side. After you've done your posture with your arm going up and down onto the side of your body, you're going to bring the knees in, hug the legs, just relax the shoulders and the neck. Now you can just stay here, or you can have the hands onto the knees. And then breathing in. And this is really lovely if you do have, say, lower back pain. Exhaling. Just for your lower back, relax, middle back, upper back, neck and shoulders. And this is just a great counter pose that has so many different benefits. Now, if that's too much to have the knees off the floor, you can just go back to lying with the knees bent and taking a few breaths there. And we're going to finish off the practice today with relaxation, with some breath work, and we're going to use an affirmation. So get yourself comfy, put a pillow or a bolster under your knees, but make sure that you're nice and warm. And if it's a hot climate that you're in, just pop a sheet over you. It's just really important to have something protecting you so you feel comfortable and safe. And so from here, you're going to have your hands on your belly, and you might have an eye mask that you want to wear. And again, we're going back to the beginning of this practice where we're just taking lovely deep breaths down towards the belly, inflating the lungs. But as you exhale, I'd like you to use an affirmation as in your mind. So you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're saying to yourself, my body is healing. Breathe in. Breathing out, my body is healing. Keep saying that affirmation in your mind for a few more breaths. You can even continue for 12 breaths if you like, and then slowly let the mantra, the affirmation go. Come back to just a free, lovely breath. And then you can rest there for as long as you like. Or when you do come up, just let's take your blanket off. Bend your knees and then roll over to one side to come into sitting. What's really interesting is that I've taught a lady with chronic pain and she hardly could move. But what we did was I asked her to visualize, so to use imagery. So she visualized the whole practice in her mind. And in fact, her pain really reduced. So there's just so many ways that you can be helped with pain. It just depends on what your special needs are. So contact us if you want a tailored practice, and I'll see you next time.